Hey there, Penny Kelly here, coming to you with part one of my follow-up on the little teaser video I did last week for you guys about Internet Traffic Live and what my takeaways were. So the two initial groups, part one is that entrepreneurial mindset and how you have to think about things and prepare yourself to both give and receive, because attraction marketing works that way. You give to others and then you will receive. And you have to really identify what's important to you and find your passion as you're getting started, and that's going to make you much more effective as you start your business or as you try to grow your business. Part two is about taking action. So really those are the themes. It's about finding your purpose or your superpower, as some people like to say, and also about taking action. Success loves speed. You'll hear lots of leaders in our space and other entrepreneurial and business spaces say that all the time. Success loves speed. So speed of implementation is something we'll talk about actually in the second video. And then the third video is going to be sort of putting the pieces together. How do you make all of these things work together to help you in your business, and what are some actionable steps you can take to start seeing results with the things that I'm teaching you? So we're going to move on from this video that you've already seen, and today we'll talk about part one of the 3-video series. The speakers that we had that really talked about mindset, and everyone did to some degree, but the ones that I'm going to focus on for you are Mark Hoverson, Justin Glover, Jeff Moore, and John Lee Dumas. And each of them brought something different to the table and a different perspective, but I think they're all important to touch on for you. Mark Hoverson talked about futuristic you, and it's really back to that idea of vision. You know, who do you want to be when you're achieving the goals of your future? What kind of a coach can you be to others? So you have to be in a zone of zero no and suspension of disbelief. You must have zero no within you and completely suspend your own disbelief if you're going to lead others to yes. This is a really important thing for people to learn, especially if you're trying to grow a team in network marketing or if you're trying to start a new venture or a new business. You have to believe 100% yourself and have zero doubt and zero disbelief to move forward. And you also have to really be able to realize when you have someone else in that yes momentum, when they're ready to act, you have to be ready to help them act on that so that you can truly help them transform their lives if you're ready to help them act on that. The next person was Justin Glover, and he talked about finding your purpose. So the best way you can help others is to truly believe in your purpose and moving that purpose forward in a way that it will serve other people and help them to find their purpose and move forward as well. And Justin also talked about having a very clear objectives about your path forward. You have to be passionate about what you're doing, because that's going to come through if you're not. If you're just sort of going through the motions and you're treating your entrepreneurial journey or your self-development journey like it's a job and you're doing it for someone else, you're really not going to put your entire effort into it, and that's going to hurt you in the long run. So make sure whatever it is that you are endeavoring to do with your future and with your life, that you are truly passionate about it so that you will give it your all moving forward. Now the next speaker is actually the first person that helped us open up the conference, and his name is Jeff Moore. He's involved in several businesses out there, sort of a serial entrepreneur, if you will. Wild Thing Seafood, and also a couple of very big mastermind groups, so you should be able to find him online pretty easily. And a couple of things he talked about that I found really interesting. A lot of people say, you know, it is what it is. That's sort of the acceptance of defeat, if you will. And when you are becoming an entrepreneur, you cannot accept defeat. You just have to take that failure as a lesson to help you fail forward and move and grow. So what he said is, it is what it is because you make it so. So if you don't like the way things are, you are the only one with the power to change them. Change your reaction to the situation or change the action steps that you will take next, and that will change the future for you. And another thing that Jeff talked about is engagement. We all talk about engaging our fans and followers, or engaging the people that are on our list or the people that we're doing business with. And a very important point that he made is people aren't really looking for information. They're looking more for insight into that information. And I think that is super important to keep in mind when you're talking to people about your business, about your opportunity, or just trying to teach someone a skill set. that people are looking for the insight and they're looking for how to do it as well as what needs to be done. So these are all really cool things. 2 acronyms that I love that he used. One is actually his and one belongs to John Lee Dumas. And I'll get to John Lee Dumas in just a second. So Jeff's is MOM, M-O-M, and it is meaning. Meaning is the why. Why are you doing this? Maybe it's your why if you're in network marketing or whatever. It's your kids, retiring your spouse, taking care of your parents. But it's also, why is this important to you? Why is this something you are passionate about doing? So why do you want to achieve this objective? The O is for ownership, the what or the who. So own what it is you're going to do. Own who your target is and how you're going to help them. So the second M for MOM is mechanism. And that's really the how. It's the agent by which you accomplish the goal. So if you are driving through a fast food restaurant, it's would you like fries with that? Or can I get you a drink to go with that burger? And if you're in a restaurant that's trying to grow their check average, would you like a small or a large dessert for the table? Do you guys want to share or each want your own? And these are ways to think about your business. Give people an option of 1 or 2, not yes or no, and work your way into that mechanism of how you expect growth and expect yes in your business. Now, last and certainly not least, because he was on fire on stage, is John Lee Dumas. And he was great, and we'll talk about him a little bit more in the action part tomorrow, because really every speaker did talk about the mindset and the action. Now, one of the really important takeaways with John Lee Dumas on the mindset portion is his acronym for FOCUS, which is follow one course until success. And I think this is so important. As entrepreneurs, we tend to get that shiny object syndrome, the next new thing that's going to help us get over that hump or grow our business to the next level. And we forget that we're often much more effective and productive when we focus on doing one thing at a time. Those are the 4 speakers for the mindset portion. This is part 1. I do have 2 more parts to the video series coming up for you. And if you're ready to jump in and learn traffic and get involved in the My Internet Traffic System, just click on the link below this video. It'll take you right to Vince Reed's video and you can learn more about it. And I will see you on the web.